Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to Launch Fitness. Today I have a great yoga flow series for us to do. So we're going to grab our mats, grab some water, and we're actually going to start. You want to make sure that you have a foam roller and a resistance band. So once you have those, we're going to start on the mat here, just getting into the body, rolling things out. So I don't know about you guys, but today, you always want to connect with your body, see where your body's at. Very sore. I woke up really, really sore. On a scale of 1 to 10, probably like an 8, because I did a tough workout yesterday. So I really want to be mindful of where my body's at today and take it easy. So I thought, why not foam rolling? So let's get into some PNF, some self-myofascial release, and just really try to get into that mind-body connection. So here we go. We're starting just rolling out on the glutes here. So I'm propped up on the foam roller, and all I'm going to do is just roll forward and back, getting into the glute medius, minimus, and maximus here. So just really moving things around here. So I didn't do any like intense strength training yesterday. It was a lot of functional plyometric training, and I ran and like a lot of cardio. But having had a previous injury, it's important that I stay connected with where my body's at. God forbid any like hip fracture or anything like that happens again, please no, right? So you want to make sure that your muscles are pliable and that they're able to work across a range of motion. So joints move in a range of motion, and you want to make sure that's a functional range of motion, because if it's not, it's a sign we have to work on some muscle discrepancies, right? So flexibility and strength training. All right, so now I'm going to do the calves here. So what I'm doing is just propping myself up again, and I'm getting right into the lower part, the gastrocnemius. And I'm going to make sure I get behind the knee as well. So a lot of people that have knee injuries, you want to make sure that you're getting those tiny little ligaments and tendons behind the knee. So really work on getting into that gastrocnemius. Especially if you're a female that works, a desk job and you're in heels all day long, like constantly being on your toes, right? That's going to cause a lot of plantar, whether plantar fasciitis or plantar flexion in your feet, which then in turn causes that tight gastrocnemius. So let's roll into the back of the knees here for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. So next, we're going to get into the front of the thighs here. So in the front of your thigh, you have your quadricep muscles, correct? So in my injury, I fractured my right hip. It was an acetabellum fracture. So your hip is a ball and socket joint. It slipped out of place, and attaching to that is your quadriceps. Quad meaning 4. There's 4 muscles that attach the hip to the knee. I tore the rectus femoris, which is the biggest muscle that attaches the hip directly to the knee at the point of insertion. So that can tend to be very tight for me and kind of a painful little but pleasurable myofascial release. So we're going to spend some time here. We're going to do one at a time. I'm going to start on my right. That's the side that's causing me some more issues today. And notice that I have some indentations here in my foam roller. That's really going to help you with breaking up that lactic acid. Now, if you just are new to training and you have just a basic foam roller, that works great too, because it really does break up the lactic acid. But this is a little more intense. It really, digs in deep. So really focus on leaning into any spots that you find like juicy that may be really tight. And you'll notice, like, if I hold it for a second here, see how my foot was up and it just gently went down? That was the muscle releasing. So it was very tense, causing me, to come here into flexion. And then what happened was the muscle releases and I go back into a normal range of motion. So this is so great to integrate into any exercise program. If you're really, really new and you don't have a foam roller and you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I suggest trying a yoga class. So that kind of conceptualizes things, works on yoga, flexibility, which is the same kind of concept as foam rolling here, if you want to keep it really basic, okay? So again, holding those places that feel really need some extra love. I'm kind of moving into the IT band a little bit here on the side, which I wanted to do separate with y'all, but that's all right. That's where I'm finding the juicy spot, so that's good. All right, so after doing the right leg, of course, we're going to move into the opposing side in 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So moving on to the left side here. Again, the right leg goes out. You're kind of in like a froggy position, and you're just rolling out, feeling into it. Whatever feels best for your body, right? You don't want anything to be really, really painful. So if it's painful, then immediately come off the foam roller, and I would stop the workout altogether. And you kind of want to address that with a physical therapist or an orthopedic. Make sure that you're referred to the right people. Myself, as a certified personal trainer, I love to integrate a lot of basic physical therapy type stuff. It's a little overwhelming to think about becoming a physical therapist right now, as they just changed the law. You need like a doctorate. However, the knowledge base that a personal trainer has to have in the anatomy, kinesiology, and the physiology of things, it really would make sense for me to move forward and go on to doing that. Kind of split between nursing and that. I know the healthcare field I want to be in, but I just love, and I'm super passionate about helping people along with fitness. I think it's a cure-all for many types of diseases and illnesses. All right, as research and studies have proven time and time again, So here we go. So we're going to do the IT bands now in 3, 2. I'm just hanging out in this juicy spot. Hold on. And 1. There we go. That was a nice release. Okay, so next, IT bands. We're going on to our side. So I'm going to use my left elbow and kind of prop myself up on the left side. And I'm going to cross my right leg over here. So I'm going to just roll things out like this. You're on your side here. So again, and this is like a massage for yourself. So this should feel like really, really great. If you can't afford to go and get a massage, monthly or whatever, bi-weekly would be ideal, right? I mean, I think especially with someone that's training a lot, that would be super great. I used to get them, every 3 weeks or so. And now that I'm getting older, I'm like, I haven't had one in a year. I went the other day and I was like, oh my God, that felt so good, But doing it for yourself also feels good. So you got to think about, financial availabilities and options. So here we go. Let's roll this out for 3, 2, and 1. And also, just so you guys know, I do offer personal training sessions one-on-one and small group training sessions. So if you want to grab your mom, grab, your spouse, I do personal training with small groups as well. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of this video and let me know what your goals are, what you want to accomplish on your fitness journey. And we will crush them together and come up with a smart exercise program so that you can reach those goals in a timely manner and just for your overall health and well-being, right? Because especially here, like, we're working on mind-body connection, so this is a newer component that they added to the exercise programming on the ACE IFT model, which is the basic module for any exercise program, including cardio, strength training, and flexibility. And then the fourth component, newly added, being mind-body vitality. So making sure that we're connecting our minds and our bodies and thinking correctly and integrating them all together. All right, so next, let's get into that other IT band. So we're going to cross this way, and roll it out here. So we're getting into that side, and really the IT band connects the hip all the way down to the outside, or wraps around the medial and the lateral, and then the medial part of the knee. Okay, any juicy spots you want to hang out in for some extra love, go for it. It's okay if you're feeling like you're noticing, like maybe you're rolling over and you're getting into the outside of your glute a little bit. That's okay. Whatever feels best. And make sure you get that point of insertion, so right into that hip. That hip girdle is so important. Those little tiny little muscles that connect our entire body together and hold us all together in one piece. The vertebral column is like the most essential part, so I'm going to talk about that and how postural alignment is the basics of any exercise program. So we need to start with proper posture, making sure that we don't have kyphotic or lordotic posture. Kyphosis is, you tend to see in older people when they're hunched over like this, right? They have the rounded shoulders. That's due to like either sitting at a desk or just constantly like reading, looking down, The elderly tend to have a lot of kyphotic posture. So always, my go-to is glute bridges, which I'll smoothly move into next. So we're good here. Just do an overall foam roll. Any spot that you found like you really needed some extra attention, go for it. The other option for the last couple minutes here is right here in your lumbar spine. So you're supposed to have a lot of stabilization there. I'm very careful with what I do with the spine because you don't want any cracking or anything. But if you want to set yourself up, make sure that you're in a nice alignment first off. You don't want to be all funky going onto the foam roller. And then you can get into your shoulders a little, of course, your front, medial, and rear delt. So really just hanging out, rolling into that shoulder girdle is really good. And then, of course, you can do the other side. Feels so good, right? Okay. Right here, your neck, okay? letting your foam roller just hang behind your head here and letting your neck just rest on it. And maybe you're just doing some little turns to the left, turns to the right with your head. Again, over to the left and over to the right. Good. Okay. So let's finish strong here in 3, 2, and 1. Great, great job, guys. That was your foam rolling session. Let's get into some functional training. Now that we can move a little more freely, here we go. So on all fours, here we go. Hands and knees, shoulder width apart, fingertips spread nice and wide on the mat. Inhale, dropping your belly button down, arching your back, gazing upwards, and on an exhale, looking towards your belly button here, pushing through the mat. Inhale, dropping the belly button down. These are called cat-cows. And exhale, hollow, push through the mat. Again, developing nice spinal alignment here. Everything stems from your posture. So if we have good posture, we can then move on to a little more advanced exercises. Extend your left arm forward with your palm facing inward, your right leg out. So you're reaching, and I want you to suck up through your midsection as you do this. And lower. It's called a bird dog. So extending opposite arm, opposite leg, and sucking up through your midsection. Again, extend. Like someone's pulling you forward and pulling you back simultaneously, right? Suck up through that midsection here and hold it for 2 and 1. Good job, guys. And extend. And lower. Nice job. Okay, we're going to tuck our toes here. Fingertips are spread nice and wide. I want you to send your tailbone high to the sky. Now, as you do this, you're going to spin your biceps towards your ears and eventually just maybe your heels hit the mat. So again, sharing my love and my passion, for exercise with y'all is so important to me. I would like everyone to find their joy and their passion and, and go for it in life. Inhale, go onto your tippy toes. Exhale, heels. Inhale, tippy toes. And exhale, heels. Remember, relaxing that neck, push your chest down towards the mat. Okay, we're going to take a little walk or stroll to the top of our mat here. And folding forward. Maybe your knees are slightly bent. On an inhale, you're going to come to a flat back. So your head is up. Your hands are either on your quadriceps or your shins. You're looking upwards. And on an exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Bending your right knee. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Looking up towards your left fingertips. Exhale, keep the right knee bent and fold. So you should feel like a nice release all throughout the posterior chain here into your lumbar spine and all the way down your legs. So especially someone that has piriformis syndrome or sciatica, this should feel really, really nice and release those nerve endings. Here we go. So dropping or bending the left knee. Inhale, raise the right arm up. So anyone that has exhale, fold. Any spinal issues like degenerative disc disease, or a slipped disc, right? Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. This is really important to realign the spine. Well, step the left foot back, step the right foot back, and I want you in a plank pose here. So a very important pose to do in the morning to get the body moving in the right direction. So we're going to hang out here, or the afternoon, right? Midday sesh. And we're going to rock forward and back, side to side. Fingertips again, nice and wide. And when you're ready, rock onto the outside of the left foot. We're lifting into a side plank here. So I have my feet staggered. My right is in front of my left here. Also, I can stack my foot on top of the other if you feel like an extra challenge. The other option is to step back and really open everything up almost into like a bridge pose. So just nice expression here and eventually meeting back into the middle. Now from here, step or stagger onto the opposing side, lifting through your side body and your obliques. And your left fingertips are up. Look up towards those left fingertips. Again, stagger your feet, stack them. Make sure that shoulder's on top of the wrist here. And option C is to open up almost into a back bend here. And then releasing back to the middle. Good job. So this is like my first day off in a very long time where I've gotten to actually do a video for Launch Fitness. Cross your feet behind you. Exhale, we'll lower down. Inhale, we're going to take Sphinx Pose. So I want your forearms on the mat. Relax your shoulders. Look up towards the ceiling and exhale, ear to mat. Inhale, push through the mat here. Fingertips are nice and wide. Looking upwards, relax through the shoulders. Exhale, knees wide, feet together. Take a child's pose. So sit your butt back. Big deep breaths here. Crawl your fingertips over to the right. And then over to the left. Just kind of playing around with that thoracic spine here. And again to the middle, last deep breath. Coming through to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Nice job. We'll pedal it out if you need to. And when you're ready, inhale, raise the left leg. Option to bend at the knee to open up the hips. Spin your biceps towards your ears here. Inhale, raise the left leg, and exhale, pull it all the way through. From here, inhale, take a nice little twist. Looking up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Exhale, drop the bottom knee down. Come through a nice low lunge here. So very basic functional training exercise. Sending your hips forward here. So getting a nice stretch all the way through that hip, the front of the right hip. Exhale, maybe you take a little twist towards the left. Inhale, come up through the middle. Reach and exhale. Fold over, take a nice runner's stretch. So you're thinking of pulling your left hip back and down, folding over your left leg. Deep breath. And then climbing it forward, rock onto the outside of your left foot. We're going to grasp the right tootsies. Now, if you're having trouble grabbing those tootsies, grab a band or a belt, and you can use that to pull your foot towards your bum here. I'm going to take a forearm here and kind of spin everything open towards the ceiling or towards the sky, really getting that nice quadriceps stretch still. And you'll notice discrepancies between the right and the left sides probably. That's normal. Usually you're dominant on one side. So if you're a righty, you're going to use your right side more often than your left. All right, coming through a nice crescent lunge here. So hips are square, feet are pointed forward. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten, roll the shoulder blades back and down, and exhale, sink. Open up into a warrior. So from here, my back foot is pivoted about 45 degrees, and my left leg is bent. So looking over your left fingertips here. Inhale, come to the middle, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. So some proprioception here. The Proprioception means your body's awareness in space. So getting used to inhale and being mindful, exhale. If you tend to be a clumsy person like myself, notice yourself like walking into stuff sometimes, that definitely has to do with proprioception. So your body's awareness in space. Take your front palm, flip it. You're going to reach forward and then come to a nice reverse warrior here. Spin your heart open towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow comes to your knee, extended side angle. Spin your heart open or your chest open towards the ceiling or towards the sky. From here, coming out of this one, we're going to windmill your hands down. Step your back foot in and fold over your left leg. Inhale, lengthens you out, and exhale, folds you forward. Launch onto your left leg here. So we're kind of going to try to balance here in a warrior three. So if you'd like to, take your left hand, try to spin open here. And then eventually, if you can, bring your hands out to airplane arms or out in front of you, maybe at prayer center, whatever works best for you, coming up slowly for 3, for 2, and for 1. Woo! Shake that leg out. Inhale, bring your arms up, feet and knees together. Exhale, sinking into chair pose here and pulsing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here, the weight goes in your heels here. Relax through your shoulders. Sucking up through your belly. Inhale, lift. Arms come up. Exhale, I want your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Important here to make sure the knee doesn't slip past each other. So try to keep them together. Option to open up the arms here. And eventually inhale up, exhale back to the middle. Knees and feet together, weight in the heels, pulse. 2, 1, hold it. Can you sink a little bit lower? Whoop, a little bit lower. Once you get your balance there, hold it here. 2, and 1. Big inhale brings your arms up. Exhale, opposing side. So right elbow to the outside of the left knee, option to open. Inhale to lift you. Exhale, bend. 2, and 1. Arms come up. Relax through the shoulders here. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come through prayer center and fold over those legs. Woo! Nice release there. You can take your feet a little bit apart. Let's take a nice inhale. Come to a flat back here. Exhale, fold. Come into a ragdoll. Grab opposing elbows here. Holding each elbow. I want you to shake your head yes, shake your head no. And just move to left and right, swaying here a little bit. It should feel really nice. This is a nice release for your upper back here, your whole thoracic spine. Okay, inhale, we'll come to a flat back one last time. Exhale, fold, jump or step your feet back to a plank position. Rock onto the outside of the right foot for a nice side plank here. We'll hold it here, lifting through your side body. Maybe you open up and meeting back in the middle. Okay, fingertips nice and wide. Rock onto the outside of the left foot. Lift here through your side body. Maybe you step it back, open things up a bit. And back to the middle. I was like trying to hold on to something because I found a really juicy spot, but I don't think I can quite bend that way. I'll need an assisted partner to help me stretch that way. All right, down onto the knees. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Sphinx Pose. Forearms on the mat. Pull your elbows back towards your body. Relax through the shoulders. Looking up. Exhale, ear to mat. Inhale, fingertips on the mat. Push through the mat nice and strong. And relax the shoulders, gazing upwards. Exhale, knees wide, feet together, child's pose. Let's stretch out those shoulders here. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Exhale, I'm going to thread my left arm underneath my right. My left ear is on the mat here. Now, you should feel a nice stretch through your shoulder girdle here. Crawl your fingertips out a little bit further if you're not feeling it. And sit your butt back. There we go. Nice shoulder opening here. One more big deep breath. And back to the middle. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Big deep breaths. Sit that butt back. Resting your right ear to your mat here. And coming back to the middle. Good job. We'll come up, meet on all fours here. Tucking the toes. Fingertips nice and wide. Spin your biceps towards your ears. And actually, let's just hover here. So I want you to pull your knees towards your wrists and your wrists towards your knees. So we're getting a lot of core activation through the rectus abdominis here, which is the lower part of your abs. 2 and 1, lower down. We'll do that one more time. So tuck the toes, pull the knees towards the wrist towards the knees. This is almost, I'm trying to compare it to like a plank hold, but what we're doing is we're really isolating that rectus abdominis by trying to pull the knees towards the wrists and the wrists towards the knees. Good. This time, take the tailbone, send it high to the sky. Now really spin those biceps towards the ears. Let your head relax here. And take a couple deep breaths, pushing your chest down towards the mat. Maybe swaying a little side to side. Good. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, bend at the knee to open up that hip, pushing the chest down, still towards the mat. Inhale, raises the right leg, and exhale, pulls it all the way through. Nice little twist here. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, drop the bottom knee. Coming through a nice low lunge here. Sending your hips forward and really reaching up towards that ceiling, getting that nice stretch through the psoas muscle and the iliopsoas on the left side. Those deep hip muscles. Inhale again. And on an exhale, maybe twist towards that bent leg. Inhale to lift you. And exhale, we'll take a nice runner's lunge. So sit back, think of pulling that right hip back and down. Folding over your right leg straight. Getting that nice hamstring stretch. Anyone that has piriformis syndrome or sciatica, and it's running down this leg, mine runs down my left leg. But if you're having any nerve pain or nerve damage, this should feel really good. All right, coming onto the right leg, we'll rock onto the outside of the right foot. Grasp your left tootsies, pull your heel in towards your bum here. Spin your heart open towards the ceiling and try to open everything up. So today definitely needed to take it easy. My body was saying, ow, nerve pain, what did you do to me? You should be doing only yoga. But I'm a warrior. I don't know. I love to jog. I love to run. I love the natural runner's high that I get from it. It just puts me in like such a great mind frame. But yoga does too. So any type of like physical activity is better than none. So make sure you get in something. I have videos varying from 2 minutes all the way up to like an hour long. So you can find plenty of free content on this YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe, by the way. Kate and I will get you started on a great exercise journey. And that is my promise to you. So if you do get back to me, I'd love to know your feedback, what you liked of this video, what you didn't like. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Now we're opening up to warrior on the opposing side here. So back foot angles at about 45 degrees. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale, lifts you. Exhale. Inhale, positive energy in. And exhale, negative energy out. Shake it out. All right. So taking your front palm, flipping it, reach forward, reverse warrior. Let that left hand slide down the outside of the left thigh. Exhale, elbow to knee, extended side angle. And from here, after spinning your heart open towards the ceiling here, towards the sky, come on out of that one, windmill your hands down, step your back foot in generously, and fold over that right leg. Inhale to lengthen you, and exhale to fold you in a little bit deeper. Launch onto your right leg here. From this warrior position, you can open up here. So spinning your right arm up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, back down, and line yourself up here for a nice warrior. So you can take your hands by your side, you can bring them out in front of you, you can bring them to airplane arms or prayer center, whatever works best for you. This is your practice. This is why yoga is called a practice. Coming up nice and slow for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to shake things out again. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold through prayer center. Bending your knees. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. And nice and easy here. Roll the shoulder blades back and down for 2 and 1. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, plug them into your heartbeat. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for visiting Launch Fitness. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please hit that subscribe button. And I will love to hear your feedback and your goals, what you want to accomplish, so we can crush them on this fitness journey. So I'll see you guys next time, and peace out.